Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Noble Network of Charter Schools Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. We are really excited you are here. My name is Catherine, and I will be your facilitator for this session. Before we get started, we do have a few housekeeping items to note. First, your camera and microphone are off. You are muted and your video is off. The panelists can't see or hear you. If you have any questions at all, feel free to use the Q&A button to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. They are here, ready and available to answer your questions. This is one of many college presentations being offered tonight, so feel free to check the schedule on the website for more. And lastly, this session is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/noble. We are currently in session A1, where my mouse is circling, and this is also the same order of presentation. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started with our very first representative from Fisk University.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for having me. My name is Rodman Portis. I am a recent alumni of Fisk University, and now I'm an admissions counselor. I just graduated this May with the class of 2021. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a video first, and then I'm going to go into a presentation.
Behold the heart and namesake of Music City, Fisk University. Based in Nashville, Tennessee, Fisk is the oldest institution of higher education in the city and continues to change the world for the better. Fisk students, faculty, staff, and alumni have been instrumental in transforming the world across a variety of fields: business, pre-med, technology, education, the arts, music, and social justice. Each year, Fisk University's outstanding faculty and students continue to uphold the university's national reputation for academic and professional excellence. From leading reviewers to top corporations and graduate schools, everyone can agree that Fisk University cultivates the highest caliber of scholars, executives, and leaders. According to the National Science Foundation, Fisk produces more African Americans who go on to earn doctoral degrees in the natural sciences than any school in the nation, and a top 10 HBCU on the U.S. News and World Report. With more than 40% of students involved in corporate internships, Fisk is also ranked number 3 for job placement in the state of Tennessee. Companies such as Google, Apple, HCA Healthcare, Cravath, Swain, and more are all frequent recruiters of Fisk University students. Our team understands that your college choice is one of the most important decisions that you can make for your future. Fisk University strives to ensure that you will gain a significant return on that investment. Our goal is to provide a well-rounded educational experience that you'll not only enjoy, but that will truly prepare you to compete at the highest level, both personally and professionally. We recognize that your choice of college is truly about realizing your dreams, and we are deeply committed to helping you achieve unprecedented success. Along with your peers, dedicated professors, and administrators will become your family, your Fisk family, and we are welcoming you with open arms. If you're interested in joining us, be sure to submit your application today and visit fisk.edu. So, what do you have to lose? You only have amazing opportunities to gain.
So yes, guys, I want to welcome you guys again to my presentation on Fisk University. Not only am I a recent alumni of Fisk, but I'm also an alumni of the Noble Charter Schools. I graduated with the class of 2017 for Baker College Prep. Yeah. And so to get a little history about Fisk University, Fisk was founded as a Fisk-Free Color School in 1866. We are mostly known for our world-renowned and Grammy Award-winning Fisk Jubilee singers. Fisk was also the very first HBCU to be accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, and also the first HBCU to receive a chapter of Phi Beta Kappa, which is the oldest honor society in the nation. Just to go into our notable alumni, we have W.E.B. Dubois, who in my opinion cultivated the Black experience with co-founding NAACP and being one of our main civil rights activists during our early steps in our history. And we also have world-renowned poet Nikki Giovanni, former Congressman John Lewis, and also Diane Nash. I'd like to point out those two because due to their efforts in during the Nashville Civil Rights movements, Nashville was one of the very first cities in the South to segregate their public facilities, which prompted MLK to come and speak on our campus. He spoke on our gymnasium. He said he didn't come here to inspire individuals, he came here to be inspired. Due to Fisk's efforts, they showed that nonviolence can produce change. And I also like to plug our Chicagoland alumni who, due to their efforts of being so supportive to our Fiskites, they helped me gain a scholarship, and they also award that scholarship annually. So you can follow them on Instagram at Chicago Fisk Alum, and also you can go to their website to just stay in tune with what they're doing at cafufaa.com. And just to talk about what Fisk today looks like, we are a small liberal arts HBCU in Nashville, Tennessee, which is about 7 hours away from Chicago. We are approximately 900 students, with 90% of us being African Americans. So we like to say that we are diverse in where we come from. 75% of us are non-Tennessee residents, our top states being Illinois, Georgia, Texas, and California. Our average class size is 15 students, which is really good because you're never considered a number at Fisk University, with our faculty and student ratio being 12-to-1. We will always be looked at as a family member because we do strive in our Fisk family, which is more just student-to-student bond, it's also a student-to-faculty and alumni bond. And we also have international students as well that come from top countries of Nigeria and Nepal. So some of our special programs that we do have at Fisk University, we have a joint pre-med program with Meharry Medical College, which is located directly across the street from our school. And it's also a program that a lot of our biology majors do come into. We also have a dual degree program with both Case Western and Vanderbilt University. With that, you'll be able to major in physics at Fisk, and then you do 3 years at Fisk, and then 2 years you go to either Case Western or Vanderbilt. And just some of our outcomes that we do like to highlight. We graduated from Fisk. 61% of our students enter graduate or professional schools within 1 year of them graduating, which is well above the 23% national average. And over 40% of our Fiskites are selected for internships, which is due to our career planning and development team that are rock stars. And to go into how much Fisk University costs, it's $35,000, but however, 98% of our students are selected for loans, merit-based scholarships, and need-based scholarships. And in order to gain those merit-based scholarships, we look at your scholarships, we look at your application at a holistic view. And so that will go into your GPA, test scores, letters of recommendations, anything of that sort, can all help build your case and help you be awarded a scholarship. We are test optional, so you do not have to send in your test scores if you don't want to, but if you do choose to opt out, please reach out to your admissions counselor, and they'll be able to help you out with that and also build that relationship with you. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. The next representative is from Jackson State University.
All right, good evening. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Miss Janice Kitchens. I am an admissions counselor and recruiter here at Jackson State University. I am you guys' personal admissions counselor because the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois is one of my territories. So I'm your personal admissions counselor. I'm about to share my screen. Because we're pressed for time, I'm going to hit on some very important things on how you can become a JSU Tiger, the steps that you need to take to get there, engaging whether you are indeed Tiger ready. All righty. So JSU poses all prospective students the question, are you JSU ready? JSU ready can look like a number of things, especially now during the global and the changes, all of the changes we are seeing here at our institution, at HBCUs across the nation and things of that nature. So are you JSU ready? We challenge you to join some of our most notable alum, like Secretary of Education, Mr. Rod Page, or longtime Mississippi Congressman, Mr. Benny Thompson, or even Lamonte Pierce, who is a 2017 graduate of Jackson State University, who created here in our lab a straw that filters. If you're familiar with the drinking or the water crisis or the lead crisis in Flint, Michigan, he created a straw to combat that problem. It filters out lead in drinking water. So here at Jackson State, we are challenging minds and changing lives. JSU was founded in 1877 as a seminary. So we were founded on educating educators. So for all of my students that are prospective teachers, if we can't do nothing else, we can teach some teachers. Our educational programs are very rich. But nevertheless, here we go. All right, so to gauge whether you are JSU ready, we require students to complete the college preparatory curriculum, which is your CPC. And that includes having 4 Englishes, 4 high school maths, 3 sciences, 3.5 history credits, art, and 2 advanced electives of foreign languages. Due to the pandemic or coming out of the pandemic, we are currently test optional. So students can have the minimum GPA of a 2.0 with no test score and be admitted into Jackson State. But traditionally, we require students with a 3.2 GPA. You're still, if you have a 3.2 traditionally, you don't need a test score at all. That's ACT or SAT. If you have that 3.2 in their high school college preparatory curriculum. If you have a 2.5, traditionally, we require students to have a 16 or better on the ACT or its equivalent on the SAT. If you have a 2.0, traditionally, we require students to have an 18 or better on the ACT or its equivalent on the SAT. So I encourage all of you guys to get you a campus visit in. If you're not in the area, you can go online to jsums.edu/recruitment and get a virtual tour. They're very cool and very interactive. Once you get here and see the campus, you're gonna love it. JSU is a medium-sized institution, so it gives you that not too small, that you're running into the same people every day, never meet a new face, but it's not too big either where you're just a number. Our class sizes are about 15-1, which helps promote that community, that family feel, that intimacy that you need with your professors and things of that nature. All right, so getting admitted to JSU, once you gauge that you're JSU ready, our application is very simple. It's completely online. You sign up for a Future Tigers portal at jsums.edu/apply. Sign up for that Future Tigers portal, and from there, you can create your initial application, upload all of your supporting documents, your test scores if you wish to submit them. Your test scores can only help you and not hurt you when it comes to scholarships and things of that nature. All right, so JSU has over 90 programs of study spread out against 5 academic colleges. We have the College of Science, Engineering, and Technology, where some of our most popular majors is biology, chemistry, and computer science. JSU is known for its STEM majors. Our STEM students receive a lot of funding. We are one of the top research institutions in the nation, especially amongst HBCU institutions. Our next college is our College of Education and Human Development, and some of the popular majors there are our elementary education major, our special education major, and our child care and family education majors. All right, next we have our College of Business, where our accounting program is one of the 2 HBCUs in the nation that hold the same accreditation that all of the Ivy League schools have. Another very popular major there is our business administration major and our entrepreneurship majors for all of my future business owners and bosses. All right, so next we have our College of Health Sciences, where some of the popular majors there are our social work major and our healthcare administration major. All right, last but not least, we have our College of Liberal Arts, which is our largest college. It houses our art program, our psychology program, which I must note, if a student completes a bachelor's in psychology here at Jackson State, they are able to go on and go straight into our PhD program, skipping over the master's. So that's really cool. All right, so financial aid, so you guys all can be where the money resides. Just a little tip for any institution, make sure you guys have filled out your FAFSA for the upcoming school year. To be eligible for any JSU scholarships, you must first fill out the FAFSA and have it submitted. All right, JSU scholarships are not automatically awarded. You have to separately apply for our scholarships. To be eligible for scholarships, if you have a 3.5 3.0 GPA. That's the GPA requirement with a 21 or 22 on the ACT. But for all of our, and that's the lowest entry level GPA and ACT score or SAT score requirement. But all of our scholarships from the smallest to the largest have the option that if you don't meet those traditional requirements, you can upload a 3-minute video talking about your dreams, goals, and aspirations, and you can compete for funding that way. All right. So,
Great, thank you.
okay, cool.
We really appreciate it. So much great information. Just a friendly reminder that if anyone has any questions at all, to feel free to submit those questions using the Q&A button. Any questions at all, our representatives are here and available to assist. And we also encourage you to include the name of the institution if you have a specific question. The next representative is from North Carolina A&T State University.
Good evening. My name is Chanel Quick. I'm the Senior Associate Director of Undergraduate Admissions at the North Carolina A&T State University. I bring you greetings on behalf of our Chancellor, Harold Martin Sr., and our Director of Admissions, Jamia Tenney. I'm so excited to talk to you tonight about the institution that I love so much. And let's talk about joining the Aggie family. Our Aggie highlights. We were founded in 1891 as a land-grant institution. We're also a STEM-focused institution, a doctoral research institution. In 2021, we have received a record $78.2 million in research funding. This not only allows us to make an impact amongst our students in our community, but it also allows us to have a global impact as well. We are proud of the fact that we are the largest HBCU with over 13,000 plus students, and we are located in Greensboro, North Carolina. Academic areas. We have 7 colleges on our campus. We have 54 majors. Our average class size is 28. Our student to faculty ratio is 19:1, and our I'm so sorry. And our female to male ratio is 1:1. We are excited about the fact that we keep our class sizes small, and our students have amazing student to faculty relationships. Academic support and resources. It's important to us that our students aren't just admitted to the institution, but that they are successful while they're here and that they also graduate. We have an amazing Center for Academic Excellence. This is our student support hub, where students can receive tutoring and academic advising. If you come to A&T and you aren't quite sure of what you want to major in, that's perfectly fine. Our undecided students receive assessments from our academic advisors in the Center for Academic Excellence that assist them with choosing the perfect major for them. Our students have had this opportunity to study abroad at over 200 plus countries. The amazing part about our study abroad opportunities is that our students are able to study abroad with no financial hardship to them. So regardless of your financial background, you too can study abroad at A&T because we make sure that we cover the cost. We also assist our students with obtaining a passport as well. We have an amazing Office of Career Services. They assist our students with obtaining internships, full-time job opportunities, co-op opportunities, and even preparing for graduate school interviews as well. We use a handshake recruitment tool where students have been able to obtain those opportunities and speak with employers. Through Handshake, students can receive assistance with resume revisions, LinkedIn profile updates, and mock interviews as well. We have amazing career fairs throughout the school year where Fortune 500 companies come to A&T just to recruit our Aggies. Student life. Athletics, we are part of the Division I Big South Conference, and we have 17 athletic teams, and they are all doing well. We were able to watch our Aggie track athletes in the Olympics. We've had football players go off to the NFL, and we absolutely love watching our men's and women's basketball team in Corbett Sports Center. If you come to A&T and you aren't a part of one of our 17 athletic teams, you still have the ability to be active by being a part of one of our intramural sports teams. Student organizations. We have over 160 plus organizations. If you come to A&T and we don't have one that you're interested in, you have the ability to create an organization. Our housing, we have 16 residence halls, and they vary from singles, doubles, private, suite styles, living learning communities, and apartments. New freshman admission. So when we review an application for admissions, we look for minimum course requirements on the transcript. We're looking for 4 units of math, 1 being advanced math beyond algebra 2, 4 units of English, 3 units of natural sciences, 2 units of social sciences, 1 must be US history, and 2 units of foreign language, and they must be the same. Our average student profile for our students who came to us in August of 2021 was a weighted GPA of 3.697 and an out-of-state weighted GPA of 3.933. Of course, this is an average, so we do admit above as well as below. If you are interested in majoring in one of our majors in the Willie A. Dees College of Business and Economics, you must have a 3.0 or higher weighted GPA, and you do not have to submit test scores to gain admission to the university for 2022. If you were interested in majoring in one of our majors in the College of Engineering, you must have a 3.2 weighted high school GPA or higher, and they're looking for successful completion of pre-calculus. If you were interested in majoring in our nursing program, you must have a 3.5 or higher weighted high school GPA. We do accept transfer credits. If you have taken credits while in high school at an institution, we do have a transfer credit articulation tool on our website that will show you how the credits that you've taken while in high school will transfer at A&T. Costs, financial aid, and scholarships. Here you see our yearly costs for this current school year. Tuition and fees. Room and board costs will vary based upon the room style and meal plan selection. Personal expenses, transportation costs, books, and supplies. This year and next year, we have a partnership with Barnes & Noble that allows our students to receive their textbooks for free at no cost to them. They are renting their textbooks, and at the end of the semester, they return those textbooks. And this allows our students to save a significant amount of money. As you consider colleges, please keep A&T in mind because A&T is the place to be. Thank you.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. Our last representative, but certainly not least, is from Xavier University of New Orleans.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Sierra Eugene, and I'm the admissions counselor for your area for Xavier University of Louisiana. I'm going to show a brief video for us, and then I'll get into a very short elevator pitch of our university. Just give me 1 second and I will pull that up for us, making sure that I'm clicking the right, where'd our screen go? There we go.
What really brought me to Xavier was its foundation and their mission statement. They're very supportive and the people here are amazing and they want you to succeed academically and professionally.
Xavier is a school of excellence. Xavier builds leaders. And not only that, Xavier builds well-rounded leaders.
Everyone here is trying to be the best that they can, and that's why they came to Xavier.
It's not too big, it's not too small. I don't need a bus to get to the other side of campus, which I knew I wasn't gonna work well with.
This school is great because it's placed in New Orleans, which is a huge melting pot in itself. And you know, Xavier really prides himself on community and community service. So we're often going out into the community. So we see people of all races, we see people of all social classes.
One thing that really brought me to this university was the family atmosphere.
We're a family here, we're a community. You find your closest friends, and most importantly, Xavier helps you find yourself.
So it would be an opportunity not only for you to get a great academic ground in a school that's actually quite rigorous and quite prestigious, and then still have fun in the city of New Orleans.
Okay, and now on to a little bit about us here at XULA. We have a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio. That student to faculty ratio is going to tell you that you're going to have a very intimate class setting. Your professors are going to know who you are. You're going to know who they are. They're going to have your number. Our professors make sure that they stay on top of our students. You're not slipping. They're like your mom and dad away from home. We currently have 3,600 students enrolled. So again, that's like not too small, not too big. You get to know people from all over the country, but still have that really close sense of family here at Xavier. Currently, 55.7% of our students represent 40 states and about 16 countries. So majority of our students do come from out of state. And that tells you again that you'll meet people from all over the country and all over the world. We have over 50 undergraduate programs of study. We are a very STEM heavy school. We lead the nation in many of STEM fields. 73% of our students identify as African American, and as an HBCU, that number is typically lower than others, and that's because we do pride ourselves in creating a really diverse atmosphere for our students in that melting pot, as our students mentioned in the XULA video. We are historically Catholic university, and we are also the only HBCU that is a Catholic university. Only 16% of our students identify as Catholic, so you do not have to be Catholic to attend. I'm not Catholic and I do work there. We do have a shuttle that will pick you up in front of, we hold mass every day. We have a shuttle that will pick you up from in front of mass and then bring you to any other places of worship around the city of New Orleans. Moving on to a couple things that I like to call our brag page or our brag notes. We lead the nation in our students earning bachelor's degrees in the biological and medical sciences, physical sciences, and physics. We're also #1 for African-American students who go on to complete medical school. So not just get accepted or attend, but actually go on to finish, complete, and go get a job after graduation. We are currently the #3 HBCU in the nation, as well as the #3 Catholic university in the nation. And if you were to stay in Louisiana after you graduate, we are #1 in our state for getting a job once our students graduate. And that's because here in Louisiana, our employers hold Xavier institution name as a really high regard on resumes. And we also have a Doctor of Pharmacy program, and we have a top 4 program for producing African-American students that go on to earn their PharmD degree. And then a little bit more, go on to the next slide about how you can apply to Xavier. And if you have any more questions, I'm gonna drop my personal office information into the chat box, but we are also test optional, so you do not have to submit a test score. We ask if you don't submit a test score that you send us an essay. And if you want to send an essay, even when sending your test scores, we'll read that as well and take that into consideration. We are holistic review. We do not have a certain GPA or SAT, ACT requirement. We do require a high school transcript and 1 letter of recommendation that we prefer to come from your high school counselor. And if you can't get in touch with your counselor, maybe you come from a very large high school where you don't really get to talk to them too much, we'll take that from a principal or another teacher or coach. All of our applications are free, so you can submit using the XULA application or you can use the common application. We have no preference in them. They're both free, so definitely apply as soon as you can. A majority of our students are on scholarships, but we do need for you to be admitted to be considered for scholarships. It's not an extra application that you have to submit. As soon as you are accepted, then you are in the running for scholarships. Those scholarships range from $2,500 to $18,000 for students. And we also have 2 premier scholarships that is going to be our presidential scholarship that will cover your tuition and fees. And then we have our second premier scholarship, which is our board of trustees, which is going to be our full ride. And we just ask that you, and that is also holistic review, much like our application process. We take into account your whole application when it comes to that. And again, if you're interested in Xavier, you can scan either of these barcodes. I'm going to drop my information again for you guys. And thank you for having me.
Awesome, thank you. Our next representative is from Lincoln University in Pennsylvania.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm going to share my screen at this time. All right, everyone. My name is Jamie Thomas McDowell. You can call me Jamie or JTM. And I am an admissions counselor from Lincoln University. So here are some quick facts about Lincoln University so you can associate who we are. We are the first degree granting historically Black college, founded in 1854 by John Miller Dickey. We are the first degree granting historically Black college that specializes in creating global leaders for all of our students. We are located in Southern Chester County, Pennsylvania. We have a 14-to-1 student and faculty ratio, which basically means that we have a family-oriented campus. We are a small campus that has 2,000 plus graduates. That number is good because that means we have our students coming in and out, circulating within their 4 years when they graduate. From a credible U.S. World News Report, we're in the top 30 HBCU list. And that is because we are #1 for student mobility. And basically what that means is because of our rich history and connections, we better assist you with getting internships, which leads into jobs. Money Magazine named us a best college in its national ranking using unique measures of educational quality, affordability, because we have a tuition freeze opportunity, and alumni success. And some notable alumni are Langston Hughes and Thurgood Marshall. And we are a very worldwide university. So we have 24 states and 11 countries represented on campus where students come from all over the world. And we have a 2-to-1 female to male ratio. So here are our majors. You just probably want to take a look at this list to see if we have something that offers you. One thing that I do as an admissions counselor is do one-on-ones with students by breaking down the university catalog to better assist you with the plan here, because sometimes different names of majors doesn't correlate with what you want to do. So the university catalog is a better tool to better assist you so you know that you have a path here at Lincoln University. We have a lot of scholarships and we have 3 types. We have merit-based, which just means academics. You will be able to provide your GPA or test score. However, we are test optional, and I'll get to that in a bit. We have need-based scholarships. So if you're a student like me and you needed money to go to school, but you didn't know how you're going to pay for it, we give money out to our students. And performance scholarships. So if you do play a sport, we are D2, or if you play instrument, you can also get a performance scholarship as well. The only thing that you need to know about scholarships is that you have to be an admitted student to apply. And no matter when you are enrolled, 86% of our students get institutional scholarships. So just know that there is more money to go around as long as you apply. So, told you about some money, told you about some majors. Now let me make sure you all know about how to apply. Lincoln University has a free application, which means there is no cost to you. You can apply on the Common App and the Black Common App as well. However, it's easier to get a faster decision if you apply directly through our website because we built that recruit system, as we like to call it, and we don't have to wait to populate your materials off of another website. All you would need is to submit an official high school transcript with a minimum of a 2.2 GPA, and then a minimum and a test score of an SAT test score, which is a minimum of an 830, or a ACT test score, which is a minimum of a 15. Now, if you do not want to take a test, we are test optional. And what would happen is you will apply to the Lions Ignited for Triumph program. And that is our test optional program where you will fill out 2 essay questions and it'll be me reading them. So you want to make sure you are clear and concise. And then I'll be able to admit you into the university. So there's always a pathway at Lincoln. No, you don't need to write an essay. You're going to tell great things about yourself anyway. And no, you don't need any references because who's going to write you a bad reference? Nobody. And then this is my contact information. So when we get to the questions portions, if you have anything, I'll be happy to help you. But you can definitely reach me on my cell phone because I do travel a lot. But I'm also good with email. And then when I am in the office phone is a great way to contact me. And I'll also provide this in the chat. Again, Lincoln University, the first degree granting historically Black college, and looking forward to the questions portion.
Awesome. So much great information from all our different institutions. So we thank you for that. Just another friendly reminder that if you have any questions at all, to feel free to submit those questions using the Q&A button towards the bottom of your screen. If you have a specific question, we encourage you to include the name of the institution. And again, we are all here to help you as you're going through this college search process and college application process as well. At this time, we do have some time left, and so we're going to pivot into our Q&A portion of this session. I invite all our representatives to go ahead and turn on their cameras to get ready to unmute themselves for our first question here, which is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll go ahead and get started in the same order in which you all presented in.
So yeah, some advice that I would give is look for a college for you, because at the end of the day, it's going to be you investing in that college. It's going to be you going to the college. And I know that a lot of people depend on like scholarship funding and things of that sort for their search, but I will always just say, like, just follow your dream and invest in your future.
Very, very good advice. Likewise, like she stated, college is going to be your first biggest investment. You wouldn't go to a grocery store, pay for your groceries, take your time, pick them out, and leave them after you've paid for them. Go to college and get everything that you came for and then some. Outside of your degree, networking and relationships that you make and build are going to be by far one of the biggest things you take away from college. So go be memorable, have fun, especially if you're going to HBCU, you're going to have fun, have your fun, build your networks, and graduate.
I would say make sure that you're aware of the requirements for the institution so that you can make sure that you're admissible. Also, make sure that you do a campus tour. It's important that you visit the campus and get a feel of the environment as well so that you can make sure that it is a good fit for you and apply as soon as possible.
I would say to do your research, definitely find out what school fits you best. Don't take into consideration family's opinions. Actually find a place where you can feel like you're at home. Make sure that that place has the major that you're interested in and that you are meeting all the requirements and that you really go out and break out of your shell and really make friends when you're on campus.
So I tell all of my students to apply for FAFSA on time. Don't wait. That's the free application for federal student aid. Narrow it down to 10 schools. Maximum, you don't need no more than 10, minimum 5. Looking for scholarships, try not to just Google, try to actually look for organizations that pass out a lot of scholarships because they're the ones that are credible sources that can get you the money. University catalog is your best friend because again, a lot of students may look at a school and don't think that they offer their major, but they actually do within the curriculum breakdown. And then your admissions counselor is definitely your best friend. So if the schools that you're applying to have admissions counselors that cover territories, you may want to look for the one that covers your specific state because they're the ones that's going to actually be admitted to your university. But make sure you get tight with the admissions counselor.
Great advice. We appreciate that. Again, as many are going through this college search process and this college application process, I always say it's really great to hear from those who work at the respective institutions to offer tips and suggestions. And advice. So we appreciate that. Our next question here is, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school? What's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
So one thing I would like students to remember about my school is the history that goes behind Fisk University. We were selected number 18 on the best looking colleges on Cosmopolitan's list, and that was not just because of our campus, how we look, but also the rich history behind Fisk. We are mostly known for our world-renowned Fisk Jubilee singers. I highly recommend looking into them. They just won a Grammy this past Grammys, which was their very first in their 150 years of being in the making. So I highly recommend looking into YouTubing them and just, you can also look to also come to our campus and, get that family feel and also see the historical feeling.
In addition to all of the things that we have to offer, JSU offers you space to reinvent yourself. not just come to college and make a new you, but every moment you get to reinvent yourself. You get to be who you want to be, not who your family knows you as, or not who you're expected to be, but create who you are. Start the next chapter of your life, and make beautiful connections with a rich HBCU experience and a top tier degree. So
A&T is committed to all of our students' success. I think that's very important. We make sure that upon graduation, our students are obtaining a full-time job opportunity or continuing on to graduate school. And so I think it's important to be aware of the resources that we are able to provide to our students. So that's what I would love for you to know. A&T is a family. They call it Aggie Land, but I call it the land of opportunities.
We like to say at Xavier, leave ready. If you aren't going to do anything while you're on campus, you're going to leave ready. We are going to make sure we hold your hand as much as we need to, so that you can succeed and get all the tools that you need. What is that? And that's catering your curriculum to what you fit best. So definitely you'll get that family aspect here at Xavier.
For Lincoln University, as you can see, we have Learn, Liberate, and Lead, and that's because we create global leaders, because we are #1 for student mobility. So for sure, whatever economic status that you entered Lincoln University with, we will get you to the next one because we make sure all of our students get jobs.
Awesome. And every institution is truly unique, as we can tell by your responses. So that's great. We're going to try to see if we can squeeze in one more here. We'll make it rapid fire for everyone. But our last question for this session is, what is one myth you would like to debunk on the college admissions process? What is one myth you would like to debunk on the college admissions process?
So yes, one myth I would like to debunk is that there's no scholarships for HBCUs and there's no money that HBCUs don't give out money. That's not true. I would just suggest that you be very transparent with your admissions counselor, like in case you don't meet the requirements to get a scholarship off the rip. You can always try to see if you can interview for a scholarship, or also try to see like that relationship that you build with your counselor, or you can see if you can send in recommendation letters. So just be very transparent with your counselor so that way you can get funding.
Okay, I'd like to debunk that it's hard. It is not hard. You have to have time management, and you have to be very focused and dedicated, because a lot of these colleges are going to ask for the same things. If you have to do an essay, tweak it to make them, to do a general essay, tweak it to make it fit the particular school or program you're applying to. It's not hard. You're going to need the time management, and early application are going to be your best friend.
I have to say the same. So I'm going to steal her answer. Yes, it is not hard. I tell everyone, please reach out to the admissions office. We want to help you through the process. We want to speak to you. Call us every day if you need to. Email us every day so that we can assist you. If we can't assist you, we can definitely put you in contact with people who can on the campus as well. So again, it is not hard. Even if you're a first generation student, we can help you get through the process, get through the admissions process, and become a student.
Both those last answers go with what I wanted to say. But another myth I'd like to debunk is that we don't answer the phone. Because I promise you, we are on the phone answering emails all day, every day. We answer, I guess because we're at the top of the list in the alphabet, everyone calls the admissions office and we answer everyone's calls. I'm on the phone every day, all day with students, making sure that they have what they need. So don't be afraid to call. Your admissions counselors get paid to help you. So call as much as you need. If you're confused, it's our job to make sure that you get what you need.
The myth that I would like to debunk is that you have to be a star to get into college. That is not true. You just want to be you. You don't want to think that you have to be something that you are not. Don't think that your resume needs to be a long list of what it is. Most colleges look for one thing that you are dedicated to, and it does not have to be a sport or extracurricular activity. It can be family responsibilities as well. We look for whatever you're dedicated to and passionate about. So don't think that you have to do this, that, and the third to think that you need to get into college. No, colleges look for all types of people, and dedication and hard work is definitely at the top of the list.
And what a great way to end. Thank you so much to all our panelists. You guys were right on time, so that was perfect. But again, we really appreciate all the great advice and information you shared with us in this session. And thank you to each of you for joining us. As we close, will be a very quick 5-question survey that will appear on your browser. If you don't mind taking a moment to fill that out for us, your feedback is extremely helpful. This is one of many college presentations being offered tonight, so feel free to check the schedule on the website for more. And lastly, this session is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Noble. Again, thank you all and have a great evening.